Yorkshire's home to one of the world's most extraordinary record breakers. He's a powerlifter from Leeds who weighs in at 26 stone, and some people describe him as superhuman. We've sent Johnny Nelson to meet him.
This is weightlifting at its most extreme. Powerlifting is not for the faint-hearted. It can be brutal and dangerous.
I've seen elbows break, pecs test, straight off, clean off.
One time it was bleeding so bad and I thought, I'm going to have to take him to the hospital.
I've seen people break ribs, shatter their elbow, kneecaps pop out through knee wraps.
It's a sport shrouded in mystery. How do these men get so big and so strong? And what drives them to put their bodies through this? I'm on a journey to find out.
Welcome to Bournemouth, home of the UK Powerlifting Championships. The guy from the sea is a man called Andy Bolton. He is so strong, he can lift 5 of me in one go.
In fact, Andy Bolton is one of the strongest men on earth. 3 years ago, he managed to lift 1,000 pounds, something that no man in history has ever managed to do.
I pulled 900 pounds, 920 pounds, 940 pounds. And I don't know if I believed actually I could pull 1,000 pounds until like maybe 2 years before I did it. And when I pulled it, like you're in New York, 2006, it's a dream come true.
How long does it take to get to this size?
You know, I've always been big as a kid, 15 years old or 16 stone. I've always been big and strong. I've just always had this deep down feeling to be the strongest man on the planet, to be the best at something. And strength just seems to come natural to me.
Today, Andy's travelled 250 miles from Leeds to defend his British title at the UK's biggest powerlifting event. He'll be judged on 3 different lifting techniques, the total weight of which is added together to find the country's strongest powerlifter. But more of that later. First,
Let me show you exactly how heavy 1,000 pounds is. It's the equivalent of 8 washing machines, 200 bricks, or a small car. Yes, a car.
So how does he do it? Over in Leeds, this backstreet gym is Andy's second home. In a run-up to a big competition, he's here every morning practicing his technique. Today, though, he's giving me a lesson.
Just take one step back. That's it, there we are.
And I would go as far down as I can.
You're fine, you can. There you are. And that's a squat. Number 1, exercise number 1. Right, this is the bench press, second lift. Feet flat on the floor. Right, arm's length. I'll slowly down to your chest. Press to the top. Hold it there for a second. You're there. Right, shoulder width apart. Forward. That's it, yep.
Right
arm under, left arm over. Bend your knees, looking forward. Up to the top, hold it there. And down. That's a deadlift. Yeah!
That was just 60 kilos, and he can lift 7 times that weight. His strength seems superhuman. So is there more to it than pure natural ability?
It's one of those sports I'll always be associated with steroids. What would you say to that?
Well, a lot of people talk about that, but you know what? It's 20 years of hard work, dedication, eat, sleep. I've slept powerlifting for 20 years. I've talked to my wife, you know what I mean? I've sacrificed a lot of things for this. It's not about drugs. Drugs are a small part in any sport. You know, it's the hard work, the dedication, sacrifice, day in, day out.
Now, cut to the chase. Have you taken steroids?
No, you don't need them.
What he does need is a heck of a lot of food, and when he's not working out, he's usually eating a lot.
So is this a typical meal, a typical setup at night time?
It's a snack, about 8 ounces of steak and some fries. It's just a snack. It's an in-between meal snack.
So when will you eat again?
It's been about an hour.
Something the same size or a bit?
I could eat the same size as this again, and then maybe a protein shake, and then eat again 9 o'clock. And then eat again before bed, and then a protein shake. I could get another 3,000 or 4,000 calories in between now and bedtime.
As well as powerlifting, the other big challenge in Andy's life is his 3-year-old daughter, Madison.
I get her a breakfast, you know, I get her dressed for school, I do her hair, I take her to school, pick her up from school, then arrange for people to watch her when I can't watch her.
What's it been like being married to the world's strongest man?
It's good. It's good. It's a lot of work, a lot of food, expensive grocery bills.
And his family are well aware of the health risks associated with such an extreme sport. So what is going on inside that 26-stone body? I'm about to find out.
His body is under a lot of stress, extreme stress. His internal organs, his joints, his muscles, his bones. I mean, at that time, you will have a very high pressure in the abdomen, in the chest, which will result a lot of pressure on the walls of the blood vessels. That's why you see the bleeding.
He's always known as bleeding,
well, yeah.
So sports go, is this one you'd recommend?
I wouldn't recommend personally. I have to accept that this is a phenomenal performance, but you need to understand the risks are great.
It seems the danger is part of the attraction of powerlifting. We're back in Bournemouth at the biggest competition of the year. The strongest men in Britain are here. I'm backstage and he's getting ready to compete. That's more than 50 stone on his back. And this is just a warm-up.
You know what, I can't even get my head around it.
522.5 kilos. Andy Bolton, winning European and Rall.
Now it's time for the real thing. The first lift Andy has to perform on stage is the squat. And he's going for a personal best. But something goes badly wrong. He drops the weight, and a member of the safety teams had a lucky escape.
Yeah, he's very lucky. If his leg was up, that would have snapped.
I think powerlifting should qualify as an extreme sport. You know, when you get it right and you break a world record, obviously it's a very euphoric feeling. But when you get it wrong, it's probably second only to, you know, getting a bungee jump wrong.
It's a bad start for Andy, but he's determined to stay focused for his next lift, the bench press. It's a decent lift, 325 kilos. That's more than 50 stone.
I try my best, but I still look in awe and think, oh my word, you're a strong man. But yeah, it's good to see. It's hard, I mean, the guys at home, they'll talk about cars and stuff like that. The man's literally lifting cars. So you've got, if you want to try to go outside and pick up your Volvo, pick up your Saab by all means, but you'll struggle.
And there's nothing like a bit of pain to get a bloke psyched up.
There we go. Watch the slap across the face.
Everything now rests on a deadlift for Andy. If he doesn't lift some serious weight here, he's likely to lose his British title. It's the biggest lift of the competition, and Andy's making it look easy.
Well done, Andy. Put a smile on your face. How's it feel?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, squatting didn't go well. Bit of technical problems. Bench wasn't too great. Done a lot more than that. But deadlift to do that's a world record. So that finishes it nicely. You know, finishes me. Makes all the day worthwhile.
Finish it with a good smile. Yeah. Before you disappear, let me see that silver back on your back.